Have you been working in the US for the past several years with no green card in sight? Why not hop over to Canada, become a Canadian citizen, and then return to the US as a Canadian? Why be stuck on a temporary immigration status, such as a work permit, for more than 1 or 2 years? If you're the type of human being who will live forever and does not appreciate the value of time, then this video is not for you. For everyone else like me and you don't want to be living somewhere where they will not offer you citizenship, right? Whether you're on your H1B visa in the US or any other temporary status there, you have the opportunity to convert to Canadian permanent residency and subsequently to a Canadian passport. We will cover all of your options in this short video today. Hello, my name is Reza and I work with the Intra-company Canada licensed immigration team, helping applicants to move to Canada from the US and abroad. Whether it's for yourself, your kids, your business, or all of the above, we make it happen. We're going to cover all the options for you today, no matter what nationality you're from, but you're all stuck in the US immigration limbo. Here are the potential solutions for applicants who are inside the US. 1. Have your spouse or partner come over, study a graduate level program such as a master's in either BC, Ontario, Newfoundland that offers direct permanent residency after graduation without a job offer or experience. Only these 3 provinces offer such a program for direct permanent residency. Here's number 2. If you or your spouse can't come over to study, then if you have an employer in Canada who can assist you, then here are the options you can be looking at. Intra-company transfer. So if you're working for a multinational or a business which has a branch both in the US and Canada, and you've worked for the overseas branch for at least 1 year on payroll, then there's a potential to be able to move over to the Canadian branch without an LMIA and for you to gain Canadian work experience and subsequently convert to permanent residence. An employer can also offer you an LMIA as an alternative solution, a labor market impact assessment, to hire you as a foreigner so you can come over to Canada with a work permit. Depending on the profile, you can claim bonus points with this LMIA and job offer, and either in less than a year or after a year, convert to Canadian permanent residency. Please remember that when one of you has a permit, such as a work or study permit, the other spouse or partner can become eligible to receive an open work permit as well. Many people think that LMIAs need to be from big companies or have many people on payroll. This is 100% not true and can be done with any size business based on the financial health of the company. Here's option number 3. If you want to fast track your way for Canadian PR without working for another employer or studying and all that, buy a business in Canada with at least 6 to 8 full-time Canadian staff, typically minimum $250,000 and up, and claim your permanent residency before you even step foot into Canada. Crazy, right? It's 100% possible, and it's been done before for ourselves and many clients. This is the Entrepreneur Street. You can contact me directly if you have any questions about this program. Here's some key points to remember about immigrating to Canada if you're on a temporary work or other types of status in the US. If you're on an H1B visa working full-time for an employer in the US, then you don't want to be giving up your US status. You can have your partner or spouse convert to permanent residency in Canada. The beauty with the Canadian system is that if your partner or spouse obtains a Canadian PR, you will too, even if you haven't spent even 1 day in Canada before you become a PR. Another solution is that the whole family obtains the PR and then sponsors you as a Canadian partner or spouse if you were unable to land with them in Canada during the original application process. Remember, the US immigration and Canadian immigration share all information about your file. So you cannot be on full-time employment in the US and then at the same time be on a full-time employment with your own company or with a Canadian employer. It will create a conflict and create more problems than solutions. so you need a custom plan prepared just for you depending on your status in Canada. Here's another important point regarding Canadian permanent residency status. After residing in Canada for minimum 3 years, you can become eligible for Canadian citizenship and a passport. If you lived and worked here before you became a PR, such as a student or worker, you will get credit towards this 3-year eligibility period for your citizenship. So if you studied or worked for 2 years on temporary status in Canada, you will get 1 year off the 3-year citizenship eligibility after you become a Canadian permanent resident. Please remember that you cannot jump from a work permit or study permit to Canadian citizenship. You can only convert from permanent residency, PR, to citizenship. You have the option to jump directly to PR with the options I've offered to you in this video without actually becoming a worker or student, which means you don't necessarily need to work or study in Canada before you become a PR. Processing times. How long does it take? It can take 3 to 5 months for a work permit to be issued from overseas, or you can actually apply from inside Canada after you arrive as a visitor. Study permits are faster if you apply from outside Canada, let's say you're in the US, and work permit as well be processed faster since the Canadian resources inside of Canada are processing Ukrainian work permits and visitor visas right now. Our offices handle visitor visas, work permits, and study permit applications, no matter if you apply from outside or inside of Canada. It's all possible. And when you have your Canadian citizenship, you can easily travel anywhere in the world, including the US, visa-free. You never need to return to Canada if you choose not to, as you can be deemed as a non-resident, but can continue to renew your Canadian passport from overseas. Your children, no matter where they're born after you become a Canadian citizen, will also be considered and have access to direct Canadian citizenship as long as one parent is a Canadian citizen. Check out our video about the US versus Canada, who's the winner, which I posted in this video. There you have it, unlimited options to convert to Canadian permanent residency and citizenship with a Canadian passport and returning to the US and living there as a Canadian. If you're thinking about immigrating to Canada through purchasing a business in Canada, an investor work permit, graduate level studies, sponsored LMIA work permit, or family sponsorship, you're at the right place. We are licensed in Canada and we help applicants like yourself and your families. I can guarantee you only one point to you. You will know what to expect, the entire process clearly laid out for you, and all the risks identified, and where we can provide you as our client 100% support. No surprises, just results. Our team speaks over 8 languages and we help applicants from over 47 different countries during their Canadian immigration process. Click the link below this video and get a free assessment. If you already know what you want and your timeline is clear and you're ready to apply, 100% serious applicants only, you can also book a one-on-one session with me using the consultation link in the description of this video. And if you have questions, remember that we're here every week on our live schedule on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram every Thursday at 11 a.m. North America Eastern Time Zone, where we answer all of your Canadian immigration questions for free on the spot. Take care, everyone. See you soon.